Okay, let's get rock and rolling. Join us in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome everyone to our special meeting. Tonight's topics are going to be regarding our road levy and a property acquisition proposal from Western Reserve Schools. The first order of business was going to be public comments for the road levy. We have no public, so I guess it's just going to be open discussion. I believe, in my opinion, is we don't really have a choice. If we want to be able to maintain any standard of any kind of road, we're going to have a levy to get funds to be able to do preventative maintenance. Unfortunately, without preventative maintenance, road base is going to be destroyed and replacement is way far more expensive than repair. So I think that we should move forward and do this again in the March primary election. And one question that I did have is, according to, for the resolution, in regards to 5705.19 of the Ohio Revised Code, on the May primary or March primary, would we still be entitled to collect it for the first half of the year's taxes for 2015?
I don't believe they would start collecting it on the second half.
Okay, but it would be in 2016 for the 2015 tax year.
Right, if we put it through that way, and the way that it reads is you can put it on anytime. So you don't have to wait.
Okay.
You know, so at any election you can put it on.
Okay. But it was...
No, it wouldn't be collected retroactive.
Okay, that was the question that I had.
Because taxes are opened like the 1st of February.
So we would miss the
right.
deadline
We would miss the first half collection.
Okay. Okay. So the process for this, I'm assuming we don't have to go back through the prosecutor's office to do any of this.
No.
And we don't need to go through the auditor because the amount is still going to be certified as exactly the same to generate approximately.
But we do.
$82,916. We have. So this resolution is to get that confirmation for that. Okay.
And the fact that we need the levy.
Okay, so it actually certifies that we're declaring necessity outside the 10 mil limitation and to confirm the amount that it would be generating based on the tax base.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
From the county auditor.
From the county auditor. Okay, so do you guys have anything you want to add to that?
No, I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
And I will, when I send this in, tell her, please, we need this like yesterday.
Okay.
Because we're filing it for the March primary, which has to be done in December, so they don't push it aside.
Okay, so once they get that done, then what's probably going to happen is we're probably going to need a second special meeting to get that taken care of if we don't get it back in time for our December 7th meeting, or we should do it anyway and have it back. So we're ready to have everything ready to go.
Well, December 7th is a Monday, right?
Right.
As long as we could do it at that meeting.
A week from that Wednesday to have everything ready to go to the Board of Elections.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd be okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's what we're looking at doing then.
As long as they get it back to us by then.
What's that?
He made a motion, I seconded it.
And I voted yes.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Okay, property acquisition from Western Reserve School. I've been talking to the prosecutor's office with that, and I have been in contact with the superintendent's office as well. There's some questions regarding the acreage. There's some questions regarding the puzzle in which all the deeds come together to form the property that the school was on formerly. There's a question about the accumulation when you add all the acreage up from all the little pieces of deed, that actually comes out to something different than what the tax maps show. So I think that when we received the letter and it said for the amount of $10 as is, I believe the as is was as is. I can honestly tell you that I truly do believe that I thought it would have been more organized and they would have known exactly what they had to sell before they would offer to sell it. But they didn't, and I believe that's what's being included in the as-is. We don't want to organize it. We don't want to do whatever. Here it is. Take it. So what I propose that we do, since it's only $10, the property has a value of $71,000 according to the property information at the Mahoning County Auditor's website.
Now, is that with the school on it?
No. The market land value is $66,640. There's no CAUV. There's zero part. Oh, let me see. The market improvement value $4,500. After speaking with the prosecutor's office about it, she said that must have been a year that they possibly did something with the parking lot, because she said that it's not showing the building. It's just actually showing well, right here, paving asphalt.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, the property sketch shows no school as far as what this amount is based on. So that would be...
That's $14,000 in
I know.
No,
I
can't
don't...
do that either.
I know. But anyway...
That's what it says.
Right. So anyway, with that being said, even if it was way less than that, the fact that they're doing it for $10, I think is basically stating to us that if you guys want to do anything to proceed further with this, it's probably going to be at your own expense. I've been in contact just to get some prices. On a personal note, I've dealt with Commonwealth Suburban, and they've done a fantastic job with a very complicated real estate transfer that we had done. I did ask, and they said it'd be about $200 to do a title search. So with the title search, and they also employ their own attorney. So with the title search, we would be getting the title search plus the attorney would be able to decipher for us if any of the reversions would apply based on the new laws regarding sale of property that's landlocked, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
They're not going to charge us extra for the attorney to do that?
I believe that's part of it, that with the title search, I believe, I can't say that for sure, but in the title search, if it would come up that that parcel of land is not sellable with the rest of it, then they would have to give us reason why, so that's where I'm saying that that explanation would have to come into play. Because basically we're just looking for the pieces of the puzzle to make it up to be what it is. Because it looked like there was an original parcel purchased by the school and then 2 additional parcels.
Yeah.
I don't want to say donated because they weren't donated. But my understanding was, according to the Ellis deed, and when you're looking at the paperwork for it, there's no, with the reversion, there's nothing recorded. It doesn't have any recorder marks, and the recorder's office did not have that available. The only thing they gave us was the Hawkins deed. But how did the tax people get it to include the acreage if it was never recorded?
Right.
So the other thing that we might have to do is have it surveyed. Would you be able to do that, Jason?
I'm not a licensed surveyor.
You're not licensed
I
surveyor?
had my first test.
Oh, I thought you were already licensed. I'm sorry.
I'm a licensed engineer.
I knew that, but I thought you got your license. I know you were going for your surveying license.
I've got the first test. I have to take one more test.
Gotcha.
As soon as you
Okay.
take it.
Yeah.
I would recommend Al Ewing, who did
Yeah.
our surveying for the cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any idea ballpark figure what that? I mean,
Depends on how complicated getting into the deeds and the closings of everything. I mean,
How will he even know? Well,
he'll have to trace them back and go back.
okay. Well, first of all, the school said they were looking at just interest. They weren't looking at clear cut, yes, no, whatever. Let's go through with this by any given time. So there's technically no deadline. It was just to feel us out to see if we're even interested, so they would know if they needed to do anything. So at this point, should we just start with the title search for around a couple $100 and see where that leads us? Then once we get the results of that back, then decide if maybe when we want to go further, have it surveyed, if we're looking at going farther with this, or...
So we're looking for a dollar figure for the search, like up to $250, $300? Is that what?
Yeah, they said it would be around $200.
Okay.
So around...
So are we looking for a motion for $200 for title search, or just a motion to do a title search?
To do, it'd be basic. It was going to be any more than that, I think she would have said.
Okay.
just to do the search.
Right.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
So we're not saying right now that
Correct.
we're going through with this?
Correct.
Okay, we don't...
We're
No.
interested.
Yeah, we're
interested in, we're interested and we're,
Okay.
Doing our due diligence.
exactly.
Okay. Do we need to notify the school that that's what we're doing, or?
I would say yes.
Yeah,
I would
that
say
would be
just
smart. Yeah.
give them a letter that says exactly what we just said, you know, we're interested,
Okay.
we're doing our due diligence before we make a decision,
Okay. Do you
And-
want me to write a letter to Jeff?
if you don't mind.
No.
Would that be
glad
okay?
to.
Okay.
Sure.
And then we're going to wait until we get the title search back to
And
do the
get
survey?
See where we
To
are.
see where we're at before we even decide maybe we don't want to even go any farther, or
Okay,
maybe we do.
I agree.
Maybe it's not necessary. I mean, I don't,
It's my county to want to survey to see if it closes, especially with the discrepancy in acreage.
really?
I
They
would
have-
think it
they
would
have
be in
the
our
same,
best
uh,
interest, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So how quick can you get that other test on?
Fighting with the board.
Yeah. Okay, so at that point, I guess that's what we're going to do, so...
Now, how are we going to get this stuff to Commonwealth?
I know initially, a phone call is all we really
Oh.
need. We give them the address and the parcel number,
All right.
and they go downtown, they start the title cert, they do everything.
Do you want to do that, Jody?
I'll be happy to take care of that. The fact that we're going through with it, if there's any discrepancy, and I will reconfirm on the price, and if there's any difference, then I'll let you guys know and tell her to wait, and then
Okay.
we'll have another meeting and decide if we want to go forth or wait till the December meeting and go that way. But she said typically title searches. And the only thing that they did, there is an oil and gas lease currently on the property. The only thing they did was a lien search, because I thought, oh, we're covered. They would have done a title search to verify. They only did a lien search.
When they did the lease, you mean? Oh, okay.
And you would think that they would do a title search,
Yeah.
because there was all kinds of paperwork during that thing.
Make sure that they actually own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So for whatever reason that wasn't done, it was just a title or a lien search, so that doesn't really help us.
Okay.
But anyway, so we'll start with that,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay? And you guys have anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Yeah? Okay, motion to adjourn.
I'll make it.
I'll second it.
And I'll vote yes.